do have to use items to protect your heroes, because human nuke is still pretty strong even against the Panda. Like I said, I don't have to scout his army that well. My general hope in this is that I can kind of just build up a good solid army of Fiends Destroyers. I threw in a couple of Abominations here. What the hell was I thinking when I did that? I think mostly I just wanted to grab a little front line for my Fiends in case he was going for like a heavy ground army, and in this case he did go for Knights. He's trying to go for, I think, Knights, Gyros, and Griffins. He's probably, if I had to say, he's probably trying to build too many different kinds of units in this strategy, because if you look at his base, he's got like a lot of production buildings, and most of them are doing absolutely nothing. So I don't know. He might have overdone it with that a little bit, but I don't play human, so I don't really know. Now is time for the typical push with a crap load of destroyers. I think you all know this drill. This is really nothing new. It's just the supporting heroes that have changed. He's got lots of knights, and I don't think that was really a good choice on his point. So for your human guys, Knight Gyro is not good against this strategy. I'm just gonna let the destroyers just kind of attack as they will, and deal like as much splash damage as they can to the flying machines. Excuse me, I'm still calling them gyrocopters. I think they changed that name a while ago. So I just let them attack move, and then I bring my Panda in and I use Breath of Fire on the gyros, and all the gyros freaking die. And now I've got destroyers that he is unable to stop. So at this point, if you look like at the armies, I just, I pretty well destroyed him there. No pun intended. One thing to watch out for, I went ahead and got a Death Knight second. Reason for that, be able to coil my destroyers, just go ahead and get the speed. The time that usually I will use a slightly different hero combination if I see him going for like Mass Rifleman. In fact, sometimes if I go for Mass Rifleman, if I see him going for Mass Rifles, I'll skip the Panda entirely, and I will get a Lich and a Crypt Lord, and maybe even start building ghouls. I haven't seen that used a whole lot. A lot of people, however, when they see the strategy, they are going to try and go for Riflecaster, because what they're wanting to do is dispel all your skeletons. Silence is really your best antidote against that. This game's over, by the way. I play pretty sloppy at this point. I'm just gonna kind of like heal my stuff up and then go push his base and finish him off. I lose quite a bit more than I should in the process, but I mean, if you look at this right now, I've got an expansion and an 88 supply army, and he's got like a 53 one, so there's absolutely nothing he can do to me. I accidentally cast Breath of Fire on my own units. I don't think it actually hits them, but that was still stupid. So just don't mind that. At this point, I know the game's won, so I'm really playing pretty damn lazily here. Anyway, I was saying a lot of people go Riflecaster. Silence is a very good antidote for that. You can switch to ghouls instead of like trying to mass up destroyers, although you still want to get a few to take care of slow. And then you want to either go Lich, Crypt Lord, or like if you went ahead and got the Panda anyway, you want to use like Panda Lich or something, because that hero combo will help you deal with the threat of casters, and like the area of effect is generally your best remedy to Rifleman. He got some more gyrocopters and stuff like that. At this point, he's really not able to do that. He's really not able to do much good with them because he just doesn't have the sheer army size. But even discounting that, as I think I covered it in a recent, probably my last audio commentary, you can really like do a job on gyrocopters with Panda. Like I said, made a mistake here. I let my Panda drop. One of the final consequences of this is that if the game is going to drag on, you do eventually get Charm on your Dark Ranger. I, of course, don't have any mana to cast it at the moment, but I will get around to that. Just, you know, be aware that that's one of those things. One of the things that's nice about this strategy is it, especially once you get that second expansion up, or once you get your expansion up and everything, you're fairly comfortable in the long game. You don't have to worry. It's not like with the when you go like Death Knight, and you pretty much have to kill him quick. Or you know, his heroes get like out of control and everything like that, and he expands all over the place. When you have the Panda and everything, you're a little bit better insured. The Dark Ranger, I think, is better than the Death Knight at protecting a counter expansion. I think that's one of the advantages to this strategy. Is that you can get your counter expo up quite a bit easier, even if you're not like able to push his expansion. Like in this case, I kind of caught him with his pants down when he was just starting to build his towers. A lot of that is timing. One of the mistakes that I think people make a lot is that they try too hard to get like the ideal hero levels. Like, for example, I could very well, when I pushed his base, I could very well have crept an extra camp and tried to get my Dark Ranger up to level 3. Obviously, those skeletons are really nice, the level 2 skeletons and everything, but ultimately, the more important thing is to be able to do a lot of damage to his expansion as he's building it. So just be aware of that. That applies to human games, orc games, really just about everything. It's in fact, I'd say in general, it's pretty rarely the case that getting your heroes to ideal levels, like getting your Death Knight to 3 or getting your Dark Ranger to 3 or things like that, it's generally not the most important thing that you can do as undead when Tier 2 is coming around. Against Orc, you really want to be canceling his buildings and his expansion. Against a human player who hasn't expanded yet, you want to be harassing that if you have the power to do so. So just a little note there that usually good attack timing is more important than having the proper hero levels. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you will try this strategy for yourself and offer me any feedback or advice on it, because it's something that I've pretty much come up with on my own playing ladder games, and I haven't gotten a lot of input from like other people trying it or playing repeated games against me. I got the idea of going Panda second from Remind, and I appreciate him suggesting that one. That's about all I've got to say. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. This is Fray signing out.